This is the ACR-J10. This is one of my favorite gel ball blasters. This shoots really nice with an 11.1 volt battery. Uh, the battery was intended generally to go back here. However, even with the stock battery on this one, it did not fit nicely. It was very hard to get it to fit in here at all. So I kind of gave up on that. And since I was going to try to do an 11.1 volt anyway, I ran the wires up to the front here. And when I first had done that, I was struggling to try to get something for a battery plug to work out here, but now I know I definitely have a good solution. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take this one that I have right here, and I'm going to put an auxiliary plug on it. So I'm going to convert this to an auxiliary plug, and by that I mean like this, right? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pop that out, make sure that hole's big enough, and drop this in. So then if there's a battery box out here, it will be able to just plug in. This will have an adapter to go to the battery, and then the plug will just plug in right there. I think I even have some right angle ones where I would use in this case. It'll just look a lot prettier, look a lot more finished. So that's what I'm going to do here. When it comes to this, luckily I don't have to open up the whole gun in this case. I'm going to just have to take off this foregrip. So that's what I'll do. I'll take that off, and I'll kind of show you as I go what I'm doing when it comes to the electrical. So here's my ACR J10. Went ahead, did some customizing. I showed you in that previous video. Part of what I was doing is I wanted to make a nicer connection here for the 11.1 volt battery. This is such a tight stock, it's hard to even fit any battery in it, let alone obviously not a big one. So got this wired up here. Had to use some spacers, some washers to space it out because there's not enough clearance behind this plastic piece before the barrel. So that's what I did there. So that plugs in nice, like how that looks. Put on a new, I guess you'd call it a mock silencer suppressor, but it actually has a hop-up built into it. So now that the weather is getting nicer and we can do some outside shooting, I'm going to try to incorporate more hop-ups so you guys can see some distance in differences in distance when I shoot with it. And it is kind of funny because it puts a backspin and you can kind of watch, it'll be hard to show on videos, but see the gel ball kind of loop up almost when you're shooting them. So they kind of arc and it gives them more distance. So painted that out kind of a chrome color. Again, it would look cooler in flat black, but YouTube doesn't like that, and wanted to make it, a color that I guess if I use these on other blasters, it's still a neutral color. So would flat black be, but trying to make them not look so real. So that's good. The Heart Gun sight up here, big Vastar flashlight on this side, and then I did a little rail mount switch. So the pressure switch has this rail mount, just looks a little nicer than taping the switch somewhere. So that's cool. Of course, we got the battery box down here, and then I even put a laser up on the front here. So you got a nice green laser on the front. So we got the rail riser, the battery box, the nice, more permanent, more elegant solution when it comes to the battery plugging in. Added again the switch, the pressure switch, rail mount, new hop up, and then we got the Vastar and the Heart Gun on there. So let's see if we can show you the hop up here. It's kind of hard to see in there, but there's a tongue in there that actually puts some backspin on the gel balls, and then that gives you more distance. So the hop ups aren't going to give you more power, they're going to give you more distance. That's easy. We can put those on pretty much any gel ball blaster. So that's cool. So I'll start showing those more too. Anyway, wanted you guys check it out. I'll do some shooting with it just to test the FPS. I'll shoot it. It's still cold here, so these ones will probably be inside shots. But then, as we warm up in Minnesota, I'll get some outside shots for you too. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please make sure you're subscribed and you're liking videos and participating in the different contests I do. So here's my ACR J10. You can see some of the mods I showed you in the other video. Now we're going to actually shoot it. Like I said, I put a little plug here so that I can have an 11.1 volt down here. Got the rail, got the nice Heart Gun sight up there. I had a hop up I showed you that I put on here, but that hop up must have some printing issues, or I need to do a better job of cleaning it out. It was really just kind of tearing up the gel balls. So I just put one on here that's just a mock silencer with no hop up so that we can actually get some good shooting out of it and get a good FPS reading. So preliminary, I've been very impressed with it. So, all right, let's test the FPS here. And like always, sometimes a good shake helps. There we go. It's consistently over 250, so I'd say 250 on average. So that's a really nice FPS to see. Again, it's an ACR-J10. You can see I put an 11.1 volt in down here. This is one of those where 11.1 is probably okay. Some people would say you need to upgrade the gears, but with this one, you should probably be okay. Got the Vast Fire flashlight with the little pressure switch right here too, which is pretty cool. And of course, like I said, just kind of the rail, some of the cosmetic things I did. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think this is probably, this is one of my favorites, this one and the Crisp Vector. And make sure you guys are subscribed and, of course, participate in the contests and giveaways.